G'day, guys. Welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia. I hope you guys had a really good 4th of July yesterday. It is going so quick now. We're really getting close to training camp, and I think we're like 3 weeks away. We get to see our favorite players, our team, black and gold. And the rumor central is still, running around there and stories here and there. But that's what the internet is nowadays. It's rumor. But we're getting back to football. But I want to bring up another thing about Patrick McQueen. Not McQueen, sorry. Patrick Queen. But the reason why I say Patrick McQueen is because this bloke is calling him out. This bloke here. So he says here, Patrick McQueen is younger, but have seen him make critical mistakes, particularly versus the Chiefs in the playoffs. I feel like Patrick Queen is scoping around the internet for any bad comment against him. He's fighting back. He's putting more fuel to that fire. And I reckon he's going to have a massive year. A lot of Ravens fans, he's been going back and forth and he's been, disagreeing with them, going head to head, some with the media too. And Patrick Queen, not McQueen, he said this: "Show me my mistakes. I made Chiefs game, please." He's just stacking them up. This is good for us. Now, of course, when you talk the talk, you got to walk the walk. So we'll soon find out come training camp, come the season versus Falcons, and also versus Ravens in week 10. But I guarantee you he will back it up, right? Here's what it's about. So this one here. It was about this. Some bloke on the internet said you get one linebacker for the rest of the decade. Fred Warner, Matt Milano for the Bills, Roquan Smith, and Patrick Queen. Who are you choosing? Right. So, a question. It's football talk. Who are you choosing? Now, out of those four, I don't know. Fred Warner's he's a pretty good linebacker. And I've been keen to see what Queen has been saying about our Steelers. So, you know what? I could probably go maybe Fred Warner, Queen, then Roquan Smith, then Matt Milano, if I'm going to be honest and try and rank them from 1 to 4, right? But at the same time, you see blokes like this, Cooper McCoy, when he says on Twitter, and everything's run through Twitter, everyone's got an opinion these days. Oh, I've got an opinion, you've got an opinion, right? We know this. So he says here, Cooper McCoy, whoever this bloke is with a blue check, I don't know if he writes for anyone, if he's NFL, I have no idea. Some dude on the internet says, favorite one yet, have to go Fred Warner. As much as I want to go Roquan Smith, met him in the sauna at the gym. Fred Warner is 27 and just does it all. So good, versatile. Patrick McQueen, not McDonald's, McQueen. So he got his name wrong already. Patrick McQueen is younger, but I've seen him make critical mistakes versus the Chiefs in the playoffs. All right. Love Roquan, but I've got to go Fred Warner. And look, I agree too. If you watch that bloke play from last year when the Steelers versus 49ers, when we got smacked, Fred Warner went off. And he's a really good linebacker. He's top shelf. He's up there. But I like how fiery and how fired up and adding more fuel to the fire that Patrick Queen responds and says, show me the mistakes I made in the Chiefs game, please. Now, this is backed up on from other Ravens things. It's backed up on from a few, I think last week or 2 weeks ago when he was talking about watering the grass. And I think Marlon Humphreys was saying the grass is, not always greener. The next moment that Queen walks out to his garden and waters the grass and he's having a sip of wine, wearing his slides, he's chilling back. I guarantee you this. The minute that he makes a tackle, maybe in preseason or takes on, one of the running backs in backs versus backers, and he tackles someone, Patrick Queen will soon fast turn into a Steeler like that. That easy. Because he's gaining that reputation already by taking on the Ravens fans and media and ex-players. And he's talked about how he wants to be a Steeler, wants to wear the black and gold. And the reason why he came there was to play with Cam, to play with Mike Tomlin, guys like that. He wants to be inside this organization and wants to play for a winning team that is a black and gold Steelers. Now, I've also been hearing in the news recently as well, Lamar Jackson has, I think Joy Taylor came out and said something about Lamar Jackson was like, he's one of one. He's the best player. He's his own versatile player, his own kind of player, unique player. Sure, you can have that. But as a Steelers fan and Ravens fans out there, you can come back and say we haven't made any playoff success recently. But have you won the playoffs? Have you won the Super Bowl? No, don't think so. And come back one more step. In the last 8 games, the Steelers have won 7 versus 1. That's why it's funny and awesome to see Queen do things like this. That he goes out to his front lawn and he's watering the grass, wearing his slides, having a wine, hat backwards, chilling out. He knows that he's made the right choice to become a Pittsburgh Steeler for the next 3 years, and hopefully has a really good career with us, and we forget about the purple and black or whatever you call them, and starts a really great career with the Steelers. And he signs another contract, right? Just like Mike Tomlin. I hope Mike Tomlin signs another contract. Now, I know some people disagree with me, but with Queen, I hope he goes out there, lights it up. He has Elena Roberts next to him. Cole Holcomb coming back from injury. Peyton Wilson, the rookie. They're all blokes who want to go out there and hit. That's what football players want to do. So I see these tweets because you got to follow him. You have to do it. If you can, try and follow at Patrick Queen _, on Twitter if you have it. Show me the mistakes I made in the Chiefs game, please. Now, I looked up highlights just then, and I saw about 2 minutes, and I really couldn't stand Tony Romo's voice, so I turned the highlights off. Last year in the playoff game. Now, the thing is, I don't have to watch the highlights to find the faults. It's not about me. It's about Patrick Queen. And he's angry. He's pissed off. Like all the tweets he's been going back and forth with people, you can tell that some of the Ravens fans are very salty, very annoyed, trying to get under his skin. And he's just chirping back and saying, you know what? When it comes time to it, I'll be ready to rumble and let's effing go. And that's what I find really awesome. He's standing up for himself. He's saying, okay, show me the receipts. They called him out when he said, Pittsburgh, don't worry about that. The grass is always greener somewhere else, or it's how you water it, right? He walks out there and waters his grass and he slides, kicks back and says to Steeler Nation, I've joined the right team. I've joined the black and gold for this reason. I came here to win championships. You have it there with Highsmith, TJ Watt, Minka. You guys know it. We know our defense. We just need to get better in offense, of course, offensive line, running game, Wilson. There are still a lot of questions like that. But the guy's heart and character right now for Patrick, not McQueen, Patrick Queen is being second guessed, and he hasn't done this or whatever it may be, and was only good because of Roquan Smith in Baltimore. He doesn't care about that. He's chirping back and saying, whatever, don't care. Show me the receipts. Show me my mistakes. I made the Chiefs game, please. And for all the Ravens fans out there, you got to be very careful this year, because I think you're slowly turning into, right? You could say the Steelers don't have a chance. The Steelers have no chance. We are like the underdog story. Fans will always hope to see our team win, but we are the underdog. However, the Ravens slowly, I think, with Lamar Jackson, with their offense, with their defense, their whole team, in my opinion, they're becoming like the Dallas Cowboys. Every single year, they promise a Super Bowl and they underdeliver. It never happens. You're just not going to get it. Since 1994, the last time the Dallas Cowboys won a Super Bowl. But every single year, they say they got Dak Prescott, they got this guy, they got Tony Romo, they got whoever, and they do nothing. They fail in the playoffs. It's not going to happen. The Ravens, I think, are slowly turning into that. Yeah, you can win the division. You can win a few games here and there. You have a really great regular season. Lamar Jackson has 2 MVPs. But when it comes to the playoffs, you can't get the job done. They only scored 10 points against the Chiefs last year. They scored 17. They got the job done. Yes, we also got our asses handed to us in the Bills game. But we had Mason Rudolph. We weren't meant to win that game. And I know you still got to show up. But it's still kind of funny to me that every single year now, when the Ravens turn their lights on, start the new season, they're going to win the Super Bowl. And it never happens. I saw a comparison between Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson with all their games, 11 games or 10 games for Lamar, numerous seasons for Josh Allen, quarterback. And I'm like, both those blokes have still not won a Super Bowl. Yeah, you can have all the stats in the playoffs, but until you get it done, are you elite? Same with Josh Burrow or Jack Burrow, whatever his name is, right? Don't care. Have you got the job done yet? The Cincinnati Bengals have not won a championship in 58 years, almost 59 years. It's about time that their Super Bowl window is starting to close. And I think that the Steelers window, call me biased, I don't care, call me whatever. So just don't call me an idiot. But I think right now that their window is closing and our Steelers window is starting to open up, right? Russell Wilson on a cheaper deal, Justin Fields on a cheap deal. We'll find out who they are this season. Najee, we'll find out if we're going to get him back for the next year. If they don't, maybe you sign Warren and go to the draft, get a running back, building the O-line through the trenches, and hopefully build the D-line through the trenches too. Next few seasons, Omar Khan's working things out. Andy Weidl's getting his guys and his way from the Philadelphia Eagles. And Smith is getting a few players from the Falcons to run that offense with 2 tight ends, running game, the big guys up front, and feed the ball to Pickens. I think our window is just starting to open yet again. Maybe not this year. I hope we win. I really do. But maybe not this year, but the next year or the year after. But I feel like they're wasting the good years where Lamar Jackson's been playing, 7 years in the league and hasn't won one yet. Hasn't really been that close to going to a Super Bowl. Yeah, maybe last year in the AFC Championship game, but they still got done by the Chiefs. Yes, the Chiefs are in the way, but I feel like with these Ravens that they keep talking about, we're going to be this, and this time it's our year. You sound exactly like the Dallas Cowboys. Each and every year we hear the Dallas Cowboys are going to win the division, they're going to win the Super Bowl, and nothing happens. Hasn't happened since, 1994. Anyways, guys, it's a great tweet. Show me the mistakes I made. Chiefs game, please. He's asking for receipts. And he's out there watering his grass, having a good time, kicking back, having a wine. And this bloke's going to go off in 2024. We're about 3 weeks away from the season. I'm pretty keen to see it happen. I want to see these guys go out there, start to develop chemistry, hit one another, in a legal way, but still a bit, punch the pads, crack the pads together, have a good time, get training camp back, preseason football, regular season football. Next minute, Steelers versus Falcons, week 1. Can we get it done? I think so. I'll see you guys later.
Hey, Rod.
Got the light. Left the light on. See you later. Bye.